Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. BNB recap. Brooke doesn't like Ridge bad-mouthing her daughter and Hope's startled by Carter's reveal. Tuesday, December 3, 2024. Today on Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge and Brooke discuss Carter's betrayal. Taylor and Steffi talk about Ridge, and Carter tells Hope about Ridge's offer. Monday's early BNB recap. Carter refused to dump toxic Hope, so Ridge fired him and cut him out of his life. The moon is out over Forrester Creations as Ridge paces his office and recalls firing Carter and kicking him from his life. Brooke comes in and he tells her how shocked he is that someone he thought of as brother could betray him. It's like a knife in his heart. She's sorry. So is he. Carter is a man of integrity. Or so he thought. Maybe what happened with Quinn wasn't a slip-up. Now he's risking everything to help Hope get revenge. He explains that he confronted him and Carter seemed shocked that he couldn't just take the company. Even with all Carter did, he still loved him. He tried to give him a way out, but Carter turned him down. They are still waiting for Justin to get back to them with news about the papers. He says this has proved that Carter is only loyal to Hope, not the company. Brooke snorts. She doesn't like that he keeps bringing up her daughter. He is sure that Hope put these ideas into Carter's head. Brooke thinks this is ridiculous. He says Hope turned Carter into someone he doesn't recognize. Carter goes to the cabin. Hope knows that Ridge already knows. Carter can't stop seeing the look of disappointment in Ridge's eyes. They hug. She admits he heard everything and tipped Ridge off. Carter says his relationship with Ridge will never be the same again. It's one thing to talk about all this, but it's another to deal with Ridge face to face. He's not angry that her mom went to Ridge. She's just being a concerned mom. He assures her that Ridge was not wrathful but disappointed. He even offered him an out. He offered to put this behind them if he ended things with her. She says that says a lot. It shows how important he is to Ridge. Carter took a gamble because he thought it was worth it. She wouldn't blame him for going back. Turning to her, he says he won. He doesn't want to be in a world without her. This is their beginning and he will never give up on her. Hope weeps. She doesn't want him risking everything for her. He says it's too late. He's been fired. She loves him standing up for her, but not like this. He tells her how deeply in love with her he is, no matter how much what he's lost hurts. He doesn't know what the future holds, but they will do it together. B&B recap. Brooke doesn't like Ridge bad-mouthing her daughter and Hope's startled by Carter's reveal. The latest episode of The Bold and the Beautiful brought the perfect storm of emotions, surprises, and shocking revelations that left viewers reeling. With relationships hanging by a thread and family dynamics shifting in unexpected ways, there was no shortage of drama. From the confrontation between Brooke and Ridge to Carter's stunning revelation to Hope, it was an episode full of high stakes and emotional turmoil. Let's dive into the events that unfolded, giving you the full recap of the day's drama. Brooke and Ridge face off over Hope. The episode begins with an escalating tension between Brooke and Ridge. Ridge, ever the protector of his family, couldn't contain his frustration over Hope's actions, which have been causing a ripple effect throughout the Forrester clan. Ridge has always had a complicated relationship with his stepdaughter, but the recent choices Hope has made, especially regarding her career and personal life, have been causing him to cross a line. Brooke, ever the loyal mother, could only watch in disbelief as Ridge bad-mouthed her daughter. As Ridge pointed out Hope's recent blunders, he grew increasingly critical of her judgment and the way she was handling certain situations. Ridge's harsh words stung, and it didn't take long for Brooke to voice her dissatisfaction. She wasn't about to let Ridge bash her daughter, and as much as she valued her husband's opinion, there was no way she would stand idly by while he insulted Hope. "I won't let you talk about my daughter that way," Brooke said firmly, her voice trembling with both anger and protectiveness. The tension between the two was palpable as Brooke called Ridge out for being overly critical. But Ridge, in his defense, claimed that he only wanted what was best for Hope and the family. "She's making choices that are affecting all of us," he argued. "I just don't want to see her hurt." But Brooke wasn't having it. She defended her daughter fiercely, pointing out that Hope had been through enough and didn't deserve Ridge's harsh judgments. The argument escalated, and Brooke made it clear that if Ridge couldn't support Hope, then she wasn't sure where their relationship stood. The intensity of their disagreement hung in the air like a thick cloud, with neither of them willing to back down. The scene was a stark reminder of the deep fractures in the Forrester family, with the rift between Brooke and Ridge now laid bare for all to see. Hope's startled by Carter's reveal. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Hope was in for a shocking revelation of her own. Carter Walton, the smooth-talking and ever-loyal lawyer, had been harboring feelings for her for some time, but his emotions were about to surface in a way Hope never expected. After working together closely for so long, it was clear that Carter had developed a deep admiration and affection for Hope. However, Hope had always seen him as a friend, and the idea of anything beyond that had never crossed her mind. But as Hope and Carter shared a quiet conversation in his office, Carter's usual calm demeanor began to crack. With a look of intensity in his eyes, Carter suddenly opened up about his feelings. "Hope, there's something I've been meaning to tell you for a long time," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "I care about you, more than you realize." Hope, caught off guard by his sudden confession, could hardly process the words. She was startled, her heart racing as she tried to make sense of Carter's emotions. "Carter, I didn't know," she stammered, her eyes wide with confusion. Carter explained that he had been struggling with his feelings for quite some time. "I know it may seem like a surprise," he admitted, "but every time I'm around you, I can't help how I feel." His words were sincere, and it was clear that his affection for her had grown into something deeper. Hope, however, was in shock. She had always seen Carter as a trusted friend, someone who had been there for her through thick and thin. But this was something completely different. She wasn't sure how to react, and the uncertainty in her voice was evident as she tried to process the depth of Carter's feelings. "Carter, I don't know what to say," she replied, her voice a mix of surprise and unease. The tension in the room was palpable as Hope grappled with what this meant for her. Would this change the dynamic between them? Could she ever feel the same way about him? The uncertainty loomed large as Hope struggled to find the right words to express her feelings. The revelation left Hope shaken, and the ripple effect of Carter's confession was felt long after the scene ended. What does this mean for Hope's relationships, and how will she handle this newfound complexity? As much as she valued Carter, the feelings he confessed to were not something she had ever considered, and it put her in an uncomfortable position of uncertainty. Family drama and uncertainty. Back at the Forrester mansion, Brooke and Ridge's heated confrontation continued to weigh heavily on the family dynamic. The tension between them was palpable, with each of them holding steadfast to their beliefs. Brooke's fierce loyalty to Hope clashed with Ridge's desire to protect the family, and it was unclear where they would go from here. In the midst of this conflict, Hope found herself at a crossroads. Carter's emotional confession had thrown her for a loop, and she was left questioning not only her feelings for him but also the impact this would have on her family relationships. The situation was complex, and Hope felt more torn than ever. As the episode drew to a close, the stage was set for what would come next. With unresolved tensions between Brooke and Ridge, and the emotional fallout from Carter's confession still lingering in the air, the bold and the beautiful left viewers hanging, eagerly awaiting the next chapter of these tangled relationships. The stakes are higher than ever, and it's clear that these storylines are far from over. What does the future hold for Hope and Carter? Will Brooke and Ridge's relationship survive their differences? The answers are still up in the air, but one thing is certain: drama, love, and heartbreak are far from over in the world of the bold and the beautiful.